It's that time of year again. We've got the mid-year best basketball shoes of the year so far. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to WearTesters. Today, we've got the top 5 best basketball shoes of the year so far. Keep in mind that there's a lot of stuff that is still yet to come. There's also stuff that I'm currently in the process of testing. So those things won't be here, obviously. This is all based off of indoor testing only, although some of them will be able to be used outdoors without any issue. These are also just my personal picks, so if you have a different list, I'd love to know yours down below in the comment section. Now, before we get started, new merch is about to drop over at Sense Apparel. They're being manufactured right now. When they release, it will not be a pre-order. They will be available and ready to ship as is. Follow Sense Apparel over at Instagram, simply at Sense Apparel for all updates. That's where updates will be listed first. Now, with that being said, we do have a couple of runners up. These are shoes that I do think are good. They're just not great for me personally. Like, I don't love playing in them, but I think that the attributes in them all will suit other people so long as they fit. The first one is the 361 Joker 2 GT, which brings me to my next pick, the Nike Kobe 3 Low Protro. That was a shoe that I was dumb hyped about and was very disappointed. The upper just feels sloppy to me. I don't really understand it because I love the highs, but the lows I just don't love anywhere near as much. Still a solid shoe though, so for a lot of people it probably will work. Last but not least is Asia Wilson's Nike A2. The fit on those, once broken in, is much better than the previous model, the A1. The traction and the cushion on the shoe are just fantastic. For me personally, it's just a little too much cushion. It's a little too plush. I kind of feel slow in them sometimes, like I'm laggy, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that makes sense to some of you guys, but for those of you guys that move around on the floor a lot, maybe it will. So if that's not a problem for you, you'll probably love them. I do think that they're an all-around really good shoe. But again, so are all of the shoes that I just mentioned. They're just not for me for one reason or another. Now, there is one personal pick that is not on the official list, only because we have a collab coming up with them. And so I don't want any of my potential biases to be like, you know, questioned or whatever, even though I would never put my brand on a product if I didn't absolutely love it. And that's the Series Player Only Player 1.5. That shoe just hits all the marks for me. It is fantastic from top to bottom, inside and out. It's the only reason why I put my brand's logo on there, and it will be releasing as an official collaboration. That shoe in multiple colorways is always in my gym bag just in case. So all of these shoes that I'm talking about that I play in and I test, including the ones that we haven't seen reviews of yet, if I'm not feeling anything, I'm switching right into the SPO Player 1.5, no questions asked. However, these are my top 5. In the 5th spot is the Adidas Believe That 1. Not only is the price point awesome, but that has zero to do with its overall performance features. It's got great traction, great cushion. The fit is the one thing that I would watch out for, specifically in the toe. It's very tapered and can pinch a little bit. But outside of that, I mean, dude, they're great. And yeah, believe that. Now in the number 4 spot, technically it's a shoe that released late last year, but they're constantly coming out with a ton of colorways of these things. And you can find some on sale right now, like some of the older colorways. And it's just a fantastic shoe all around. My one recommendation though is to go down half a size. And that would be with the Wade 808 5 Ultra V2. That shoe feels the way that a Kobe 8 or a Kobe 9 Protro, I feel like, should feel. Basically what I'm saying is it's the Protro that should be the Protro. The cushion alone is fantastic. I'm talking about fantastic. And then everything else just falls right into line after that. Next up, we've got the 3rd spot, and that is the Anta Kai 3. That is probably the only shoe on the market right now that has a, I don't know how to explain it, but like the fit alone is something that I think that a lot of hoopers should try. It's not super narrow, it's not a bunion maker, it's not extra tapered, it's super forgiving, and I just feel like it's the most foot-shaped shoe out there in terms of basketball that isn't a barefoot style shoe. The cushion, the traction, the materials, all of that stuff, fantastic. But the overall fit, that's the one reason that those things feel so good. Not the only reason, but just the main reason. So yeah, if you have time and you have the ability, I would definitely check out the Anta Kai 3. I think that they are fantastic. It is the best out of his Anta line so far. Coming in at number 2, it's the Wade All City 14s. This shoe is almost as good as the Wade 12s, and that's last year's best basketball shoe. Technically still the best basketball shoe, at least in my opinion, that you can get right now if the colorways don't sell out. Why do they move so fast? I can't even get another pair. The funniest part though is that they play just as good as the Wade 12s, but they don't cost anywhere near as much. That shoe has damn near everything in it too that the actual Wade flagship has. It's got the same cushion, the same features, and all of that stuff. So yeah, I think that that's a super solid shoe. Like, bro, seriously, they're awesome. Now, last but not least, this is my number 1 shoe of the year so far. However, it's very expensive and it's very hard to get. So that's the one thing where I think it might be a deterrent for a lot of people to try and grab these. But if I remove all of those things and just focus only on the shoe's overall on-court performance, the li-ning Gamma 2 is like, I don't even know how to describe them. They're that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know when something's like that good, it's just like, bro, just try it. Like, that's that shoe. If you like a low to the ground, super springy, but not overtly cushioned, stable, amazing traction, ultra lightweight, this shoe literally has it all, except for availability. It just doesn't have that. It's like, dude, what the heck? Like, make them available, please. But yeah, the Gamma 2 is fantastic. I never got to try the Gamma 1s. People still tell me to, you know, try those out to this day. I don't see how they could be better than the 2s, but maybe they are, and hopefully I'll be able to try them one day. Those are even more expensive, believe it or not, than the 2, so I'm not trying to pay that price, just saying. Now, with all that being said, do we happen to have time for a viewer submitted question of the day?
Eddie Case 1976 wrote in, "You always mention dust pickup, as you should, since it's an important factor when it comes to hoop shoes. I'm wondering, has there ever been a hoop shoe, to the best of your vast knowledge, that didn't pick up dust and need to occasionally get wiped?"
That phrase, occasionally get wiped. Sounds like in my head I saw something that shouldn't have been playing. Let's see. So there's definitely been shoes where like you don't have to think about it. Like, do I know what those shoes are off the top of my head?
I can hear you talking about that in a video, like,
yeah,
where you're like, I just wipe out of habit.
And I do that regularly, even with, because like the Player 1.5, I don't have to wipe at all. I just do. Like, I don't know what it, like, and it's random too. It's like at certain dead balls and stuff, maybe just before I'm about to play defense. So like, it makes no real sense, but like, I'll do it.
As someone who wears glasses and is constantly shoving them back up my face, I do that when I'm wearing contacts. So it's just one of those things that you end up out of habit doing.
Yeah, a lot of these shoes actually on this list are not really affected by dust, which is kind of weird. Like when I'm looking at it, actually the Kobe 3 low was, but I do think that that was just the colorway that I had. It was translucent rubber. It just, the Halo pair that I played in was so good. The 3 low that I played in was so disappointing, where I was like, this is not even comparable. Like, it's like I'm playing in 2 different shoes. The Joker GT, that's another one. No wiping required. Kind of weird because the traction doesn't look impressive at all. If anything, it looks mad sketchy. The A2 is another one. Super great traction, aggressive. Don't really need like to wipe or anything like that. I just kind of wipe out of habit. I don't know why. Bladed traction is usually really good. So like if I'm gonna sit here and think like all the way back to the Air Jordan 28s, that was one of them. But yeah, Gamma 2s, no wiping. All Cities, no wiping. Anti-Kai 3, a little bit of wiping. That one, I needed to break those in a little bit. The Wade 808, no wiping required. The Believe That ones, didn't need to wipe either.
Was it the GT Cut one that had that weird hollowed out bladed traction?
Kind of. But that shoe I don't really need wiping either, but when I originally tested those, it was COVID time. And so I played outdoors. So like that review was that, like it wasn't even indoor applicable at the moment. Yeah, there are other shoes though, like in the Air Jordan 34. Yeah, I can't like think off top because like I could see what's around me. So like Kobe 5, 6, the Kobe 1s, the Kobe 8s, like those all like every so often you need to wipe and stuff like that. But yeah, there's so many good shoes, like especially like right now, the rubber compounds specifically are fantastic where you can get away with a sketchy looking traction pattern and still get away with like some great traction coverage. So yeah, those I guess would be like, or that would I suppose be my best explanation, but off top, I just can't like come up with one. I'm looking back there too. There's the Puma All Pro, the first one, like those were fantastic. You know what I mean? So there are certain shoes. It's just that when you go way, way back, I would recommend maybe not trying to grab some of those because they'd have to be completely brand new and stored really well. Otherwise the rubber ages poorly. You know what I mean? Like over here, I have these Kobe 7s. As you can see, the kind of like polyurethane style upper that's clear, aged, it's yellow. It's still malleable, but like, would it tear? Probably. And then when you move to the outsole, I don't even know if this is visible, but the color is super weird. It's not like it was when it was brand new. And they're slick as heck right here. So like, be aware of that when you're shopping. Like, don't go too old unless they have really detailed pictures. You know, even though it's been worn, it's just not wearable anymore. But yeah, I know that that wasn't super helpful, but hopefully it was a little bit. And with all of that being said, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was useful for some of you guys. Again, if you have a different list than mine from shoes that have released this year, sound off below in the comment section. I'd love to know your guys' list. Why do you like them? And maybe like, why are they in the order that you placed them in? But with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one. So until then, y'all have a good one.